Welcome to Piemonte, home of world famous wines, truffles the size of your fist, stunning landscapes, and now us. During the pandemic, we decided to sell our apartment in Stockholm and move to Italy in search of our dream house. Just a short drive from the Ligurian coast and the buzzing city life of Milan, Langer in Piemonte was the perfect place for us to start our Italian adventure. In December 2021, we got the keys to our abandoned farmhouse and now in early 2022 have begun renovating. Follow our journey and progress as we restore this 100-year-old rustico into our dream home.
Again?
Yeah. Hi, and welcome to our Italian dream house. Welcome back to our Italian dream house. It's been a little while since we uploaded a video, but since the builders finished working on the main house, we've been doing a big push to get it decorated and livable. And you'll see what we've been up to in this video. Enjoy! It's Saturday night in the middle of autumn, 7:30, dark outside, and we are painting the kitchen, well, the first part, which we call in Swedish Facade or past-beat. And we're painting them with our custom green, which we had mixed up at the hardware store. They mixed the paint color, and yeah, so we're going to paint and then fix them in place, and then tomorrow we can build the drawers and paint the fronts of the drawers as well. And then hopefully in 1 or 2 days we'll have a kitchen without a top, but a kitchen nonetheless.
It's quite obvious on the video, so would you like to just mention a little bit what's happening on that wall?
Oh, the wall. So here we had a big part of the plaster peel off, part that the builders did, unfortunately. So I've used some universal filler to fill that. And down here, this might be where Emily put the plug sockets in the wrong place.
No, I actually didn't. Like, I put the pipes wrong on the other side, but this was because they ended up doing such a thick layer of plaster on the other wall to make the yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, the electrical points were in the wrong place, so they've been moved and then they've been repaired, and they will get sanded and painted in the coming days. Back in the kitchen, and we're installing our framing pieces. I only know the Swedish again, which is textido or past-beat. So this technically will frame all of the drawer fronts and give it a bit more of an old country kitchen style theme. and a good look. So we're just installing them. We get all the cabinets in the right place. We clamp them in place, the bits of wood, and then we screw them in. And that's exactly what we're doing now, because we painted them yesterday and they're ready to go. Helps if you have great tools, makes things much smoother. Last time we did this in Stockholm, we did it all by hand and it was an absolute nightmare. We were sweating and swearing. This time not so much.
Yet.
Yes.
Why are they half?
They're half because they're very expensive. So we are saving money by cutting them in half and using one for two. If we had been even better and had a nicer saw, we might have been able to do them 1 in 4, but 1 in 2 is fine, and we save 50% of the cost.
We had enough of living in our bedroom together with our dog. So we decided that the house is ready enough to kind of set camp in our living room. So right now we cleared everything that was in here before, all the storage, and we have decided to put the sofa and our dining table up. There's still quite a lot missing in here. We still need to do the borders and also remove some old plaster and tiles that the workers had left there. But it shouldn't be too much of a job, and there's something we can do at a later stage as well. But soon we're expecting Edward's brother to come visit us in like a week, and we would really like for the house to be a little bit more livable this time, as in comparison to when Edward's dad was here. So yeah, let's get the sofa up. Are you having full light on that, or?
Got full beams on. Driving down a country lane. Alright, take that off.
Trying to get a kitchen table.
Dining room table.
That's what you call it, yeah?
Yeah. So this is one that we built in Stockholm in our apartment, and we brought it with us here. So it's a little bit homemade, but it's what we've got.
It's great.
Now. Yeah, it's good. So we're going to reassemble it and have our first dinner at a table in many, many, many months.
Should I get that cauliflower curry started then?
Oh, yes, please. What do you reckon? Should we roll again or stick with that? Ernie, can you tell me where this piece goes, please? The name's installer, kitchen installer. Diamond tipped drill bit, I think. Special one for drilling through porcelain tiles in any case. And we need to drill 6 holes into our lovely new tiles, which feels soul destroying a little bit and heartbreaking, but it's what we got to do.
I think it's a good option. Like,
Well,
yeah.
Let's just hope that everything's in the right place.
Back with your favorite tool.
Yeah, it's great.
Ernie likes it too.
Oh, but it's bad for his eyes.
Yeah, Ernie, come here. Come here.
Don't look at it. That's it. Sit the other way. Good boy. Yeah. So using the 360 laser here to line up the kitchen island, so that we get it completely square to the other units, and it looks as best as possible. Look at that. Keep moving, dog. Come on. There you go. Yeah, so this is the one that Kai Wheats sent us, and it's still going strong. Really good. Survived our renovation and is an absolute lifesaver.
And also made our decorating a lot more straight than it would have.
Yeah, so far,
in a very wonky house.
So far it's made the tiles nice and straight, and now it's making the kitchen both level and square, so it's perfect.
So thank you again so much.
Yeah, to Kai Wheats, and we'll put the link in the description to it. It was, it's not sponsored, but it's really good, and we do recommend it. It's very affordable compared to the professional ones, so link in the description for that one.
Ernie, you are so helpful. Yeah, building kitchens is really your thing.
Just finished sanding our kitchen pieces here with a 120 grit, and now I've started painting. So the idea is to paint, give a little scuff, and then paint again, so it gets 2 coats, and the whole kitchen is going to be done in this color. So let's see how it goes. So I want to get the paint on quite thick, get an even coverage, and then I'm going to do what's called tipping, so a tip through. And that's the finish that we want.
It ain't your first rodeo.
No, I used to varnish boats a lot, so I use the same technique as if I was varnishing an old classic wooden boat. And hopefully we get as good a finish. We'll see. So the finish we're going to get on this is going to be somewhat compromised since we're painting in the garden next to a sandpit, but we're going to do our best. You know, if we were painting in a shed or in a tent, we would get a much better finish. There'd be less dust and debris.
Why does it look like you're preparing to paint or a newly painted kitchen?
Because I am. We're gonna go a bit crazy and paint the whole kitchen green. Actually the same green as the fronts, so it's gonna be a total green theme downstairs now. And what's the worst that can happen? We paint it white again if it doesn't look good, but we're trusting Emily's intuition and she's usually very good at these things, so we're going to go with it and see how it looks. So that's today's task.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be amazing. I can sort of visualize it already. I think it's going to be unique. Something that we haven't seen before. It's definitely something we haven't done before. It's the next step from
You said
Stockholm.
this was my best idea.
I think it could be. It has a lot of potential to be your best idea yet. And you have a lot of good ideas, so that's saying something that's high praise. I love it.
The other day we got a crazy idea of painting our entire kitchen green, and now we got the other crazy idea of painting our entire master bedroom together with the ceiling in the same green. So I saw some inspiration from Bauer Colors, which is a company that does really great limestone wash, and they had this amazing green room. So I decided I want to try to recreate that. Don't it up now, Hugh.
Pressure.
Change my mind. the idea that painting the ceiling in the same green color would be a really great idea. And I think the idea is really great. The problem is the green was not the right green. So the walls we think look absolutely amazing. It's quite hard to tell on video, it almost looks black. But the ceiling definitely made the room look a bit dark. So I think we'll unfortunately have to repaint them white. What do you say?
Yeah, I think so. It makes the height of the room feel much more enclosed, like lower and...
Yeah, and we kind of thought that the green would like enhance the flow of the vaults, but it kind of looks flat.
Yeah, because it's dark and opaque.
Yeah.
The colour. So
for now we painted white, and then maybe this spring when we have a bit maybe more money, we can get that Bauwerk color that I actually wanted for all of this room. But for now, walls look amazing. Good job.
with a nice bit of sunshine and a break from the autumn fog, we took the opportunity to put some primer on the facade in preparation for when we were going to paint it. We've just finished Facade on this wall, so we're going to paint, and the colour has been a bit of an issue. We've had to get approval from the commune and we could only choose certain colours, but we had a colour in mind and we found one that's quite close, so we're going with it and we're going to see if it looks good. Just open up the tub and it looks a bit more grey than we had expected, so we'll see. Definitely an experiment.
So our next door neighbor just came over with a big bag of fresh fennel from his garden. They are so nice, our neighbors, and we absolutely love fennel. So that's life in Italy. Cool.
Let's have a look at them.
Yeah, they're big. We need to have some stracciatella aperitivos. Ta-da! I don't even know how fennel grows.
Underground by the looks of it.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what? I think that might be what we're seeing a lot of poking up out of the ground.
It smells amazing.
After a lot of hard work in the kitchen, it was really nice to see the marble tops arrive. And the guys did a perfect job of cutting it and getting it exactly made to measure. And they installed it, and wow, does it look good. It was worth the wait.
So this is currently the kitchen situation. We finally received our Carrara marble tops, which looks absolutely amazing. But as you can see, we still have some painting and installing fronts to do. And we of course don't have any water or plumbing yet, or electrics, but we're not so picky.
Thank you so much for watching. really do hope that you enjoyed this week's video. Sorry that it's been so long since we last uploaded. And do remember, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you in the next video.